I saw myself. But on our anniversary, I saw two faces, mine and Sienna's. He let out a dry, nervous laugh. You have quite the imagination. Maybe we should schedule an appointment with a doctor. I reached for his hand. Let me touch you right now. Close your eyes and think of the person you love. And I'll tell you who it is. He snatched his hand back. Valerie, enough. If you have a problem with Sienna, talk to me. She has a boyfriend, and this suspicion is unfair to her. He walked out. He didn't return until 2 in the morning. I pretended to be asleep as he pulled me into his arms. I closed my eyes. Only one face remained. It was Sienna's. My face was completely gone. For the first time in 21 years, I couldn't find myself in his heart. I gently slipped out of his embrace and moved into the guest room. 3 days later, I stared at the 2 pink lines on a pregnancy test. A medical checkup confirmed I was 6 weeks pregnant. Later that afternoon, I went to his office building. I saw Peter opening the passenger door for Sienna, holding his hand over her head to protect her as she climbed inside. That seat had always been mine. When he came home that evening, I was waiting. I went to your office today. I saw you open the passenger door for her. You used to only do that for me. He let out a frustrated sigh. She's my assistant. Opening the door is basic courtesy. You used to be so understanding. Understanding? So the things you did for me can be handed to anyone. And if I care, I'm being immature. The next day, I sent him a text asking him to accompany me to a doctor's appointment. But the following morning, a message popped up. An urgent business trip came up. I tried calling him, but his phone was switched off. His secretary sounded confused. Mr. Petter doesn't have any travel scheduled today. I took a cab to the hospital alone. The doctor reviewed my charts with a frown. Your health indicators are dangerously low, and there's a significant risk. Is your husband here? He's out of town on business, I said quietly. While waiting for my treatment, I saw Sienna's latest post on social media. Photos of a sunset on a beach. The caption read, "Someone said he wanted to see the ocean when he was stressed, so he dragged me along." In the corner of the last photo was a man's hand. On his ring finger was the white gold band that matched mine. That night, severe physical distress began. I took a cab to the emergency room alone, and the nurses rushed me straight into a medical room. "Is the baby gone?" I asked. "The pregnancy has unfortunately ended. We need to perform a medical procedure to ensure your safety. Is your husband on his way? I'll sign the forms myself." By the time everything was over, it was 3 in the morning. I sat in the cold hallway, calling his number repeatedly, but it went straight to voicemail. Finally, I sent him a text. "Petter, something happened. Please come back." He didn't call back until the following afternoon. Through the receiver, I could hear crashing waves. "I just landed, Valerie. What's going on?" Ignoring the sharp ache in my body, I kept my voice flat. "It's already been taken care of." "Oh good. I'll be home tonight, and I'll bring back some fresh seafood." He arrived later that evening, placing a bag of crabs on the kitchen counter. Noticing my pale face, he reached out to touch my forehead. I stepped back. "I have something to tell you." I was pragged before I could finish. His phone rang, playing the custom ringtone he had set for Sienna. His expression softened instantly. He held up a finger, asking me to wait, and quickly answered, "Sienna, what's wrong?" I could hear her trembling voice clearly. "Petter, I think I have a fever. My whole body aches." He was already walking toward the door, reaching for his keys. "Stay there. I'm coming over." Only as he reached the door did he remember I was standing there. "Valerie, Sienna has a fever and she's entirely alone. I need to go check on her, but I'll be back as soon as I can." The front door clicked shut, and his footsteps faded down the hall. The apartment was dead silent. On the counter, the bag of crabs sat in its plastic wrapping. The very last spark of love I had for him finally went out.